Another shout out here to Rusty Nail putting all this together. Man, we have a special guest here, man. We have Kenny Murphy. I'm pretty sure y'all know when I say Kenny Murphy, y'all should probably be able to put together who we talking about here. You look at the sweater. Okay. Yeah. Tremendous AAU coach, and it's been great in this journey. Alone in Trey Murphy, man. So we gotta talk a little bit about Trey Murphy, but before I do that, man, I gotta let my other guys here, man. My man Lito 5. Y'all gotta get in here, man.
What's up?
Me and this brother talk. We had a like hour conversation. Y'all go ahead, man.
I was there.
Y'all go ahead.
You look like you can hoop right now. Is what I'm saying.
I'm down.
Man, we happy you know what I'm saying. Thank you for coming. We happy you could, join us. Like we just like I said, we look like a basketball city.
Well, yeah, no doubt. I was told it was only 12 Pels fan, but I see a lot more than 12.
Hey! Way more than 12, man. We appreciate you pulling up. We've been big fans of your son. We've seen the progress. We've seen the ups and the downs. But we see something in him that connects us with him. We appreciate the growth you probably instilled in him. So thank God for him. Thank God for you pulling up today. Hopefully we get a win today.
Yeah, one of the things that I've taken away from this journey is how passionate and how supportive the fans of New Orleans Pelicans are. I mean, through the ups and the downs, I remember Chris saying, "Oh yeah," and David Grubb and Schmidt, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm on Trey. He gonna get there. He gonna get there." So
for sure.
That's the one thing that always stick with me is just the passion and the conviction that the Pelican fans have for the city and stuff. And it's like nothing I've ever experienced before. I'm from Durham, and Durham is a hard city.
Bull City.
Bull City is a hard city. And they go hard in Bull City. And New Orleans goes just as hard for the Pels.
Hey, you're going to see something tonight that's going to mimic the Saints in fandom. I think you're going to be shocked. Just the love, the energy. The energy, you're going to feel it in your feet. It's something that you won't forget, for sure.
When they played Chicago, that Chicago game, I was at home. I wasn't here. I'm like, wow. That Lakers game.
Oh, yeah.
Was I here at the Lakers game? Oh, I was here at the Lakers game. It was crazy. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So, Kenny, let me ask you. I think it's been different parts through this year to where we looked at it and was like, okay, this is the night. This Trey's night. This is Trey's night. Maybe this is the night. We've been, going kind of back and forth to really see when the breakout would happen. For you being like on the inside of this whole process and talking with him consistently and watching him go through the ups and downs, what did it feel like for you to see him break through specifically in that Laker game, or even before then when you said, okay, you know what, it's time?
Yeah, it's funny you ask that because, with me from day one, I always thought that he's going to break out. I kept telling Trey, Trey, your time is coming. Your time is coming. Even though he was getting DNPs and he wasn't playing and he was sent to the G League and stuff, I said, your time is coming, son. Your time is coming. So that Laker game was really like a crystallization of all the hard work and the patience that he's exhibited. Because, again, as a 21-year-old, and Trey's 21, and it might seem old, but he's young. He's a young 21.
Right.
He's actually, in his draft class, he's 8 months older than guys that played 3 years in college than his whole draft class. So he's really, really, really young. But even before then, the Charlotte game, it was a draft analyst at the game, and he was saying, I knew this was coming because on his board, he had Trey number 5 on his board, just based on the tape and the projected upside of him. So that Laker game, really against good competition in a game that meant something, he came through. I'm really hard on him. He had 21, but I said, you know what? You should have had 31 or should have had 41. So regardless of whatever he scores, he had 44 in high school. And he was like, Dad, how I do? I said, you should have had 55.
Is it hard to take off you coached him at AAU, you're a coach yourself, right? Is it hard to take off the coach hat and be dad and vice versa?
Lito, you don't know how hard it is for me. You don't know how hard. Like my wife, she watches the game. She can't watch the game with me because she knows Everything that he does, the ball doesn't go in the basket. He misses a defensive assignment. He misses a rebound. He turns the ball over. I go crazy. I mean, I lose my mind and stuff. So it's hard for people to watch games with me. My mom, his mom, is like, I can't watch games with you. So I remember one game, Trey didn't play particularly well. And as soon as it came out, I started talking to him about the game. He said, Dad, I just need you to be dad and stuff. But I really dialed it back a lot, because I'm on everything, every play. We can do things better. We watched the game back when he was like 9 years old. We watching, about 12. We're watching Steph Curry against LeBron. In every play, I'm like, look, okay, Steph should have staggered that pin down that come off so he could ready to shoot the ball. LeBron should have dribbled one more time to draw the defender good. I said, Trey, if I'm telling you what they should do, what do you think I'm gonna do with you?
Was there something at Rice that he did to say, let's move on from Rice and go to a bigger school? Because I mean, Rice is a good school academically, great school, and there had to be something that he did to say, Dad, I want to go to Virginia. I want to go to a bigger school.
So when Trey went to high school, Trey was probably 5'8" going into high school. So we sent him to the best high school in North Carolina academically because Trey is pretty smart. So we had no aspirations of him being here. So when he went to Rice, he went with the thought of, you're going to make $100,000 a year after you get out of school, get a good job, and you're going to live your life. But as he started growing and just getting better, after his freshman season, I thought he could make some money. Maybe not NBA, but I thought he could make some money playing basketball. So once his sophomore year ended, he went home because it was COVID. I would never forget, we had a tournament, and we were driving back to Houston to leave to go back to North Carolina, and they said, go home, no more school is online. And he got home and started thinking about, you know what, I think I need to go to a bigger school so that I can get the exposure and challenge myself to see if I'm on that level.
Perfect. Chris.
So let's just talk hoop now. Like, all right, let's just talk basketball, right? So, and I want all of you guys to answer this. What's your favorite part about Trey's game right now? Mine is his rebounding. Like, I think he's the most aggressive rebounder they have on the team right now with Zion being out. Like, the way he attacks the basketball, I don't think that they have anyone else on, with Josh Hart no longer being there, that attacks the ball in that manner with that level of aggression.
I'm a go. I think Trey is a gangster. Like, not like he a killer, but like he trying to put people in the rim. Like, yeah, we get it. He went to private school. He went to Rice. He went to Virginia. But nah, man.
He got that dog in him.
Hey, he's trying to catch some people. And I'm like, yo.
Putting him in a body bag every time.
This is different. He ain't just a shooter.
My favorite is the post dunk stairs. I love that. He don't even say nothing. He just, like, that's beautiful.
See, you know, five hit on it. He didn't have that at Rice. He didn't have that at Virginia. He could do it, but he wouldn't do it. So that's part of Trey's maturation and growth is that aggression.
Yeah.
Because, see, me, I'm a hyper, just irrational, just kind of like crazy guy that I want it now and I'll kill you to get it.
Yeah.
That's not really Trey. So I try to instill that in him. I say, when you get your foot in the paint, you try to dunk the ball on somebody.
Yeah, he's trying to catch bodies out of nowhere.
And he loves it now.
Yeah, I know he likes social media. I know he likes TikTok and all that. He keep dunking on people. He gonna be a household name doing that.
Kenny was actually telling me a story about how, I guess, he wanted Trey to make sure that opponents knew that they couldn't punk him. Can you go into that like a little bit and what you saw from your perspective and how quickly he was able to apply that?
So it was a game early during the season. They played Golden State at Golden State. And I noticed Juan Toscano-Anderson was real touchy with him, just holding him and stuff like that. So, and Trey, I think he shot 2 for 8 from 3 that game, maybe had 8 points. So I called Trey, and we always try to talk, not the day of the game, but after the game. I let it marinate. I can't sleep because I'm all this stuff in my head that I want to tell him and stuff. So I said, Trey, the next time you let somebody manhandle you, we're gonna have some issues. So from that point forward, he's been a lot more physical. Go back to the jaw incident.
That's what I'm about to ask about.
The jaw incident. And Trey thought he was playing. So Trey kind of pushed him off, and then he put his hand in his throat and stuff. So like, get off me. I'm from Durham, so get off me. We can throw hands.
Bull City represent. Bull City represent.
I was just gonna
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so you sitting there watching the incident with Ja, like how, I know you on the edge of your seat.
Oh yeah. And, when it happened, I'm like, okay. So I wanted him to do a little, and I told him after the game, I said, you know what? I would have paid your tech. If you would have got thrown out for picking him up and body slamming him, it would have been all good. Because again, he's trying to punk you.
Yeah.
So you got to send a message, and you stood your ground. Looked him in the eye, like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. What's something you're most proud of him? Like when you think about Trey, what's something like you can't even describe sometimes you're most proud of when it comes to Trey?
I think really and truly the way that people talk about him, and not in regards to him being a basketball player, but just the type of person that he is.
Yeah.
When he was in the recruiting process, people would ask me, what's the best thing about Trey? And I said, his character. I said, he's a good basketball player, but he's a better person. So just the way that others see Trey and just want to gravitate to him, that's the biggest thing I'm proud of.
For sure.
So I guess one of the things that I'm interested in development going forward, when you watch him, what do you think is next for him? What do you think he needs to add next to, to even establish this up to a higher level as he continues to progress?
So for me, and I tell Trey, this summer's a big summer for him. It's that second year jump. I said the biggest thing for me he needs to work on is that ball handling, putting the ball on the floor. And you ain't got to dance like CJ, 2-3 dribbles to get to your spot, and then work on that mid range, getting laterally quicker, stronger. 8 to 10 pounds or so would do you really, really, really well and stuff. So those are the things that I see that he can work on. And one thing about Trey, he works. Ever since he was a sophomore in high school, he's been in the gym 5 to 6 days a week since 15 years of age. So he's going to work to get to where he needs to be.
I just like to say kudos to you, your wife, your entire family, because you mentioned the person he is and the work ethic and all these intangibles, like all these characteristics, and he had to get that instilled in him from somewhere. So like shout out to y'all. We as a Pelican fan, like I appreciate watching Trey play. Like he plays hard, he plays the right way, he plays the game the right way, and you can see that. And I think all of that stuff will come with him. I wanted to ask you though, as far as like I know you mentioned CJ and the ball handling. What's something that you watch, when the Pels play that maybe Pels fans would know or would like to hear? Something that sticks out to you.
The biggest thing for me is just how the team is so cohesive and they just like one another. And, they like playing for one another. I mean, when Jose wasn't playing a second, you would think he was cheerleading for his daughter out there. I mean, that cat Najee, he had the towel waving. It's just incredible the energy that this team and this locker room has. Trey told me, he said, Dad, this is the best locker room I've ever been in. And the Virginia locker room, even Rice locker room was very good, but not like this right here. So just the way that they play, and I saw it in Summer League, like Herb, Najee, Kyra, Jose, those guys, they got after this summer. They got after this summer. And defensively, they were dogs. So I knew it would carry over. One thing I told Trey going into after the summer, I said, Herb is the best defensive player I've ever laid eyes on. He's like, Dad, really? I said, watch. And then once the season started, it's come to fruition. I said, my eyes see what I see, and I know what I know.
All right, we're gonna have you on when we need something. Like I'm trying to make a bet or something, I'm gonna call you. We'll ask you the over, the under, who gonna have the points, everything. Shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook. Everybody get on DraftKings. Put your $5 in for Boot. Win a million. Who cares?
All right. Okay.
So now I really want to ask this question. Off Trey for a second about you. What's something about New Orleans that you didn't expect when you got here? I know it's hot and knows all that, but and people know about the food. When they say culture, I think culture is more of a buzzword. But what's something about New Orleans that you didn't know about when you got here?
New Orleans is different. New Orleans is real different.
We different, y'all.
No, but I mean different in a good way. It's just different. When people ask me, say, what's up with New Orleans? I said you have to be there to experience it, because as far as the people, the passion, the intensity, it's just unmatched, man. I tell you, it's just different in the sense that everybody's so nice. Even before they knew we were Trey's parents, they treated us like we were like royalty. I mean, it didn't matter it doesn't matter who you are. If you ride for the city's gonna ride for you. And it just
yes, sir.
I can't put it in words, and it gives me goosebumps just thinking about all the times when we were in the Nazi and the doorman, the people checking us out, checking us in, just the way. I mean, everybody's just so nice. I just never thought that people could be this nice, because honestly, truly, this city is the nicest city that I've been to as far as the way they treat people.
Yeah.
Well, Kenny, we gotta get you out of here, man, because we got about 5 minutes left here. But one of the things I wanted to say is that, man, like this entire watching Trey's journey, and man, Five know, Lito knows, Justin, a few other people that's been in the spaces, like it didn't matter what game it was, people were asking, all right, well, I know they won, but why Trey ain't playing? Like we were having these conversations nonstop. But to watch him be able to respond to those lows, right, of not knowing when he would play again for a consistent point of time and turn it into something, that's what this city is about. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to give it up to you. We got to give it up to Mama Murphy. We give it up to Trey. We give it up. We give it up to y'all for putting this out here, because that represents this city, man.
Well, I appreciate that, Chris, because one of the things that I'm on Twitter, I follow all you guys and stuff, and I just appreciate the support from everybody who supported Trey, who supported this team, because again, they're highs and lows as a rookie, and through the whole time, it was tough. It was tough for Trey because he wasn't understanding and couldn't grasp why he wasn't playing and stuff. And initially, it was hard for me, but I say, you know what, Trey, this is where you are. What you do with it is going to define the rest of the season. And then he came to grips with it and said he just started working. And he was fortunate enough to get the opportunity, and the opportunity came about, and he is taking advantage of the opportunity.
All right, y'all. Hey, man, give it up for Kenny Murphy. Give it up for Kenny Murphy. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with Jay Madison. There you go. Where he at?